Most conflicts don't begin with anger. They begin with pressure. Not the kind you see on maps, but the kind buried inside systems. Pressure builds quietly. In supply chains. In contracts. In dependencies. And when enough pressure accumulates, choices disappear. This is not about ideology. It's not about leaders. And it's not about who is right. It's about resources. Modern power is not built on weapons alone. It is built on access. Access to energy. Access to materials. Access to routes that move both. Every modern system, from technology to defense to clean energy, rests on inputs it does not control. And that is the problem. Because systems don't fail when demand rises. They fail when access narrows. Resources behave differently than ideas. They cannot be copied. They cannot be scaled instantly. They cannot be replaced easily. Rare earth elements. Energy reserves. Strategic minerals. These are not evenly distributed. They never were. But modern systems pretend they are. Global supply chains assume stability. They assume cooperation. They assume uninterrupted access. And when those assumptions break, systems don't adapt. They harden. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The more advanced a system becomes, the more dependent it becomes. Advanced economies do not extract everything they need. They import. They optimize for efficiency. They remove redundancy. They reduce stockpiles. That looks smart. Until access becomes uncertain. At that point, every dependency becomes leverage. Not political leverage. System leverage. This is why places that once seemed irrelevant suddenly matter. Greenland is not about territory. It is about inputs. Rare earths. Minerals critical to semiconductors. Materials tied to energy transition and defense. Not factories. Not finished products. The foundation beneath them. No announcement needs to be made. No threat needs to be issued. The system already understands the pressure. Here's what most people miss. Nations don't escalate because they want conflict. They escalate because systems remove alternatives. When access tightens. When suppliers consolidate. When routes become fragile. The number of viable options collapses. Diplomacy becomes slower. Markets become volatile. Planning becomes reactive. At that point, control looks like stability. This pattern is not new. What's new is speed. Climate stress. Technological demand. Energy transitions. All of them increase resource intensity. At the same time, systems remove buffers to stay competitive. So pressure builds faster. With fewer safety margins. The system does not ask if this is wise. It only reacts to constraints. When tension finally becomes visible, people ask, how did it get this bad so quickly? It didn't. The pressure accumulated quietly. In contracts. In dependencies. In assumptions that no longer held. By the time attention arrives, the system is already locked in. This is not a prediction. It's an observation. As long as resource systems remain concentrated, as long as access remains fragile, and as long as efficiency is rewarded over resilience, pressure will continue to rise. Not loudly, quietly. The real question is not whether nations want confrontation. It's whether the systems they depend on leave them any alternatives. If access keeps narrowing, what choices are actually left? I'm Mark.